Ooh boy.
Okay, so today we're going to talk a little bit about venomous snakes in snake country and working dogs, especially for tracking dogs. If you're in tracking dog country, this is something that you do for a living, and there's lots of different types of venomous snakes in the area, and that would be any place in the southeast: Georgia, Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, South Carolina, North Carolina, and especially Florida. You're dealing with a lot of different types of species that could potentially harm your dog or in some cases kill them. In this situation, we're dealing with a canebrake rattlesnake. She's almost 5 feet long, very large, massive head, massive teeth, and massive amount of venom. Let's go ahead and take a look at her. Right now, she's not very happy at all. As you can see, she's pretty pissed off, and you can actually get an idea of what her mass is. The size of her inner body, the center section, is almost as big as my forearm. A bite from this snake is incredibly dangerous for a human, but especially a dog. A medium to a large-sized dog may not make it to the vet if you have a fully envenomated bite. So what we're going to talk about today is the importance of getting snake aversion training for your dog. Now, not all dogs will be interested in interacting with snakes in any way, shape, or form. However, our working dogs have a propensity for this. Anything that moves kind of kicks them into prey drive. So if you have a snake making this noise, getting really upset, moving around or coiling up, could cause a reaction in the dog where the dog really wants to investigate or perhaps interact with that snake. And that could be deadly. A bite from this rattlesnake could kill your dog if it's a fully envenomated bite. I'll do this again. You ready? Whoa. Okay, so we just tested this on a good 5-foot diamondback rattler, and you can see the venom right here. So obviously the fangs did not make it through the fabric that I can see. We're going to go ahead and lift it up. Well, no, it did. Look at that. Wow, went all the way through. Not good. Wow. We've had 5 dogs bitten last year due to their incredibly high drive nature and the want and desire to get anything that's moving inside their kennels. 2 of those dogs were bitten so badly there is a chance we could have lost them. This cost untold agony and pain, lots of treatment, and it was incredibly expensive. So we do this to avoid these types of issues in the future whenever we have the opportunity. In this case, we have a nice little copperhead that we're going to make safe. And how does one make a copperhead safe? The first thing to do is milk him for as much venom as you possibly can. In this case, I'm going to give him two tries at our little cup with the latex glove, and you can see all the venom that he injects into it. The interesting thing, though, is that even though we're milking him for pretty much everything he has in his system, he's going to regenerate this in anywhere from 12 to 24 hours. Okay. Nice. Once milked, the next thing that we need to do is we need to pop his fangs. He's got a set of primary and secondary fangs that can do a little bit of damage. Now, these fangs pop out really, really easy. With a pair of hemostats or needle nose pliers, you just need to make sure you grasp the tip and pull very gently, and they pop right out. This is what happens in nature, oftentimes when the snake bites prey. As long as we don't do any damage to the snake, generally speaking, these fangs are going to start to grow back in anywhere from 36 to 48 hours. It's a very, very fast process. Again, as I said, this happens in nature all the time when the snake bites its prey. They lose teeth on a regular basis. They have to regenerate them very quickly. In this video, you can see actually the primary and the secondary fangs just on this one side. Now, this next part may seem incredibly disturbing, but it's incredibly important. There has to be some consequences for the interaction with the snake. And it doesn't just count that the dog sees him from a distance and then he's corrected. There has to be complete exposure. And what I mean by this is sight, sound, and especially smell. And contact. If that snake can make contact, you have the best of all worlds. And then we stimulate him with a remote collar. Now, this stimulation wasn't very high. It was actually very, very low. The reason why the dog reacted so heavily was primarily due to the surprise.
Now, before I'm given over to the PETA lynch mob, let's just consider this. In the last year alone, I've had 5 dogs bitten, as I've already mentioned. Of those 5, 2 of which we could have lost. Venomous snakes are no joke in this country that we're in, especially when we're in the southeast. It's not a matter of if your dog's going to encounter a snake, it's really when you have these working dogs that are tracking in the bush. Now, what our training does is it gives you a situation where there's some modicum of safety. Not complete safety, but if the dog can smell the snake from a distance, or he sees him or he hears him, he's going to avoid him. This is something he's always going to remember. I'd much rather have a little discomfort for the dog and the snake in just a couple moments than I would death for my dog at a later time.